Alright, what's up you guys? I'm here with the Royal Rumble pay-per-view DVD cover ranking. I did WrestleMania, so I figured I would do some other pay-per-views. And, this one, it was tough, because there are a lot of good ones, but there are also a lot of bad ones. So, it was easier than WrestleMania, because this one actually had some bad ones. Alright, so I have the bottom 5 right here. And first up, we have dead last Royal Rumble 2002. This is one of my least favorite pay per view covers ever. It looks like a cheap bootleg that took them 2 minutes to make. I absolutely hate this cover. I always have, and I always will. This does not say Royal Rumble to me at all whatsoever. You just have the outline of The Rock, which is cool and all, but I just think the Royal Rumble was not the place to have that on the cover. Next up, I actually do like this cover, but I just don't think it conveys the Royal Rumble. Like, why is John Cena on it? You would think they would have multiple superstars or, all 30 of them lined up. Just something like that to convey the Royal Rumble. So, it's a good cover. I just don't think it's a good Royal Rumble cover, and it just seems really lazy to me, honestly. Next up, we have the 2000. So this was the first Rumble DVD, and it's okay. I just think it was kind of early on, so once again it just seems kind of lazy. I feel like it needs more of a gimmick when it comes to the Rumble, but overall it's just kind of there, decent. All right, this one's a personal pet peeve one for me. You should never spoil the Royal Rumble on a cover. It's an okay cover. You have Vince, Triple H, Steph. It's cool to see that, but you don't need a spoiler cover for the Royal Rumble. And to me, that's inexcusable and it's just bad. You should never do that. Next up, the Royal Rumble 2006. This one's more comedic. I see what they did. It's a cool idea, and it's just, I don't know, just looking at it, it's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. But, I just think maybe you should have focused on the wrestlers. But, I think it's funny. It's cool. But I just don't think it's that good of a cover. So, next up we have kind of the middle ones. First up we have Royal Rumble 2003. It's a cool design, but I just don't think it works aesthetically. So I'm just kind of like, eh. It is what it is. You got the ring, that's kind of cool. We have Scott Steiner. No one gives a shit about him. But, it's an okay cover. Next one, we have The Rock. This one was really built around his title win instead of the Rumble, which I thought I was against that at the time. It's cool that he came back and won the title, but I just feel like the Royal Rumble is more important than that, and it always should be. But you have the finally tagline. I like how it's black and white. You have the gold. It's a good cover. I just don't think it's a very good Rumble cover once again. So it's just kind of a bland, is what it is kind of cover. Next up, we have Royal Rumble 2018. I feel like this one is extremely crowded. And, yeah, you do have the spoiler. You have the spoiler on the spine as well. But, I just feel like this cover doesn't work. There's something about it. It's cool you have the Women's Rumble there. But I feel like instead of that, you should have had the Men's Rumble. Just like the original poster. So I think you should have just done the original poster artwork. Like, put the Men's Rumble and then the Women's Rumble. Or the Women's Rumble and the Men's Rumble. Whatever. But this one was really built around the Women's Rumble. I just think it was a bad idea putting that moment in the middle. But, it still works as a cover. Next up, we have 2011. I like this one a lot because you have all the faces taped together there. But I just think, I don't know. It works, but at the same time, it's just kind of an average cover to me. But I still like it. 2010, you got like the Power Ranger lineup, but I do like this. It's your basic cover where they're just kind of photoshopped in, but it's different than what we've seen. So for that, I give it credit. I like the white background and everything. So once again, an average cover. 2014, this one really, it's very similar to 2011, but I think it did it better. It's a little more grunged up. You have CM Punk on the cover for the final time. But, I just like this one better than the 2011 cover. Just something about it. It's more aesthetically pleasing. Not sure. But I just think it's better. Next up, we have the 25th Anniversary Rumble, 2012. I like how they included the WrestleMania 28 sign. I like that inclusion. This one obviously gives away the spoiler. But I do like this. It's different. You have all the wrestlers in the background. And overall, I do like this one a lot. 2005, this one's one of those gimmick ones, but I think it works. You have the Raw and SmackDown. It's cool. It's gimmicky, but I think it does work in that light. So, overall, at least you got all your superstars on it for the Rumble. And, it does make you want to watch it, to me. And then, finally, here we have Royal Rumble 2008. This one, it's basically the poster artwork, but they added Triple H, John Cena, and Shawn Michaels. But I really like the subway gimmick. The Madison Square Garden return. I personally love this Rumble. So, I think it's a really good cover. It definitely, shows chaos and gets you pumped up for the Rumble. Alright, so we have the top 5 here. Royal Rumble 2009. This one is really cool. This one was also released in a steelbook format if the rare collectors out there want to find that. But I think this is really cool. It's kind of like the 2007 Rumble when it comes to the cover, but they added these like little panels, which I like that. I just really, really dig this cover. And, a lot of people criticize this one in 2007 for just being photoshopped in there. But it's very, I think it's a very well done cover. It's very cool. It's the Royal Rumble. What do you want? It's supposed to be all these wrestlers battling it out. And this is what that is. So I think it's great. Royal Rumble 2017. This is a jam-packed cover. You have Undertaker, Cena, Goldberg, Lesnar, AJ Styles in the back. I know a lot of people complained about that one. Chris Jericho. And you have that new Rumble logo. And this was at the Alamo Dome. And this one really gets you pumped. I really like this cover. It's simple yet effective. That's really the best way to describe this one. Next up, we have 2015. You have that epic triple threat match up top there. Seth Rollins, Brock, and John Cena. And then you have all your wrestlers down below. And it's kind of rotated. It's not like straight on, so it's kind of cool. But this one has kind of like a comic booky feel to it, but I really like it. It's like an epic comic book feel. I think it's a very well designed cover, so very well done. Next up, my personal favorite, but I don't think it's number one. Just from a bias standpoint, this is my personal favorite cover. And probably one of my favorite Rumbles behind 92. But you have just the Royal Rumble 2007. You have those bright lights in the crowd in the background. And then you have that epic mashup. And this is the Blockbuster edition. I do have the regular edition, but there's not much of a difference. Just the Blockbuster logo. So I love this cover. I think it's very well done. It even spills onto the back here, you can see. So, overall, I just think this is a really cool one. I don't know, it really just gets you pumped and hyped for this Rumble event. And I think this cover really insanely delivers. And number one, 2001's Royal Rumble. Just look at the wrestlers on front of this. Just look at that all-star lineup there. And you have that epic logo. And this one, if this doesn't get you pumped up, I don't know what does. You have Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, The Rock, Taker, Chris Benoit, Triple H, Chris Jericho, you have the Dudleys, China. You just have so much going on in this one, and I just think this is such a cool cover and such a cool spine. Like, I love this one. But, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know what you would rank it. And, yeah, I think, it's fun doing these lists, so, you want to see more, let me know. And for now, this has been the DVD Freak. Peace out.